In this episode, Dusty finally gets his hand on a lump of gold and then sells up. Or almost. Welcome back, everybody. It's good to see you here again. I hope you're still enjoying the content and still following along with the Dusty Survival series. If you love the content, please hit that thumbs up icon below and give the video a like. And of course, if you want to be notified of upcoming episodes, please subscribe and you will get notified as soon as these hit YouTube. So let's jump right in. It's February and it's still snowing. That's right, we are still freezing our feet off in this weather. While I'm over by these greenhouses, we have got 3 pallets of tomatoes, and have we got another 3 yet? So we've got 6 pallets in total. That's great. So February is the month, if I remember, that we wanted to sell those. If we just check the prices per 1,000 litres, so tomatoes, February is the month. So we'll leave this just for a little while. It is still quite early in the morning, 1,619, and we'll see if that price increases towards the end of the day. As long as we sell them before next month, I think we'll make a small but decent profit. We have £2,500 in the bank. And one of the ideas that came up on the comments in my last video was perhaps that Dusty could sell his land. Now, we've got this field 21, so I'm going to have a quick look and just see what it's worth. You see, £92,000. That would set Dusty up properly for getting on with some animals. If I just have a look at the prices here, we've already got chickens, that's fine. I don't feel we need to upgrade to the large chicken coop at this stage, but definitely I think sheep is something we could get into, and we could skip the standard sheep pasture and go straight up to a sheep barn for 51,000. Obviously we'd have to factor in the price of feed and some sheep, but I think that'll be absolutely fine. We could even stretch to then picking up a small pig pasture which will house up to 30 sheep. So, Dusty, what do you think about selling your field and using the proceeds to get into sheep and possibly even pigs?
Let me think about that for a moment.
Okay, but the longer you think about it, the colder we're both going to get here.
I don't think it's that bad of an idea. How much do you reckon we'll get for that land?
I think you're looking at around 96,000.
Whoa, 96 G's, eh? That ain't half bad.
So, do you want to go for it?
Well, we've been through thick and thin. I trust you, YouTube guy. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, thank you to Danny Little Jr. there for that great idea. I think we're going to go ahead and do it. Right, so, field 21, let's select that one.
YouTube guy.
Yeah, Dusty, you okay?
Yeah, can I leave you to deal with this on your own?
Yeah, if you want to. Why, what's up?
Well, I just got a bit of business to deal with.
Well, isn't this business?
Yeah, but, this could, bring us a little bit of extra cash, if you know what I mean.
Oh, are you, you're talking about cheese, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Dusty, look, I don't know whether this is a good idea. I still think you're bending the rules a bit, but yeah, go ahead and do whatever you need to do.
I knew I could trust you. I'll leave it in your very capable hands.
Thanks, Dusty. Well, I'll see you back at the where the chickens are whenever you're ready, okay? Right, so we'll grab our mouse, £92,340, sell. Okay, this is annoying. I suspected this might happen. It's because we've got greenhouses on this land. So we're going to need to shift those greenhouses to another piece that we own up near the forest. And then we can sell this piece of land. Right, we have sold our field. We have £105,000 in the bank, which is fantastic. That's the richest Dusty has ever been. So fantastic idea again from Danny Little Jr. Good stuff. I was hoping that he would ultimately be able to cultivate that field, but given the winter months that are ahead, I think it makes absolute sense to go and sell that field and use the money to get into animals. So right now I am back at the homestead, and I think this is actually probably the best location to start to build our farm. rather than where the chickens currently are. We'll move those chicken coops shortly, but for now I'm just going to find a nice flat place to put this medium-sized sheep barn. And I think we'll place some pigs just behind the sheep up here, just trying to find somewhere which is relatively flat. I mean, the total is 28,000, so we're going to spend at least £600 on flattening, bit of automatic landscaping. I feel like that's the best place. Over here it's really quite sloped. This is horrible. Yeah, we need to leave a little space for our chickens as well, let's not forget. I think we'll go here. That should give us just enough space to get some paths in if we need to. So let's have a look. Everything's had to be landscaped somewhat, and at some point I will come back when we've got some excess funds and just flatten this ground out a little bit. But yeah, let's have a look around. I suspect that's where slurry or perhaps manure is stored. Let's go into here. What have we got? Looks like a storage space. See how many of these doors open. Okay, so we have the feeding area. We've got some water. Looks like we've got a bit of ice on there. Going to have to crack that in this weather. That's no problem. And then we have some double doors here for dropping off and removing the animals as and when. So let's purchase some livestock. I think I will take the same approach as I did with the chickens, and I'll buy a few juveniles, so lambs, and I'll have a couple of adults that can start to create wool sooner. I've gone for 10 lambs and 10 adults, and I think that'll be enough. We can fit 25 in this particular pen, but I think that's absolutely fine, and that will certainly get us going. We have at least 8 months until they will start to produce anything, but I'm happy that we've now finally got into sheep. They've got a nice slope on the grass here, which gives them something to do. Certainly means the clever ones might be able to jump over this fence, but we'll make sure the top's electrified. That will keep these little rascals at bay. Well, we have our fence up for our pig pasture, so I think it's time to purchase some pigs, and we can do that roughly here. I don't know much about pigs, I must admit, so I think I'm going to choose probably, again, 10 piglets. I mean, they don't look like piglets, but young pigs which can then mature, and I'll probably have 10 adults as well. I've gone for 10 of the Bentheim. Tell me if that's wrong, people. The Bentheim black pied, so piebald, because I like them. I like the look of those. I prefer those over the plain kind of light coloured or pink or plain black. And I've got 10 of the adults of that variety as well. I didn't see anything on the pigs which indicated that any particular breed is better than the others, so this is what we've gone with. And let's have a look. And here they are. Now, we are going to have to get some feed in there, pretty smartish, but I'm really happy with that, and I think Dusty is going to be absolutely over the moon with his pigs and his sheep. I think this is more up his street than perhaps arable farming. The next thing is to get the chicken coops moved, and I shall do that, and then I'll come back to you. The only place I feel I can really get a chicken pen in is either alongside the pigs immediately in front of me here, or alongside the sheep immediately in front of me here. What might be nice is to have the chickens pretty much here, but there's a tree in the way, so we'll chop that one down now and just see if we can get the chickens in that spot there by the road. Okay, so we've cleared that tree out the way. Let's go to animals, chickens, just go to our small chicken pasture. Oh, that looks much better. So we could, the road is just here. I don't want to be too close. We may want to put some paths in down the line. 6,400. Looking at the shape of the fencing, that's not too bad there. I think I will come to the front here. It's a little bit more, but I think that will work quite nicely. Let's go about there. Well, I was just coming up the road in the tractor, hauling the last few bits from the chickens, and, well, there's been all kinds of chaos happening here. This is not looking good. Excellent, we have all of our chickens in our chicken pasture. So I need to set up some sort of water facility. We'll probably have a hydrant over here again. It's the best way, I think. We've got our Bowser, so that's all fine. And then we just need to run down to the shop and pick up some feed. It's coming up to midday and I still haven't seen Dusty. I don't know what he's been up to, but I'm sure he'll turn up when he's good and ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finished. So this is very much an overview of Dusty's homestead. There's his little shack over there. Let's zoom down a bit into the animals. So we've got our chickens over there in their small pen, sheep and our pigs, and then up on this bank up here, because it's literally the only place I could find that was roughly level, we have our 2 greenhouses. So I desperately need to get some water into these. It's 11 o'clock. We could do with getting a couple more crates out of this if at all possible. But yeah, I think we should start to generate income in the next 2 to 3 months. So we may have to do a little bit of forestry in the meantime, but I think that's okay. Still no sign of Dusty. We'll get the water in and then we'll run down to the shop to pick up the animal feed, and hopefully we might bump into him on the way, or certainly down there. We have a hydrant just here, just on the edge of the road, and there we go. We'll fill up and get the greenhouses and all the animals nicely watered. This is very much the problem with slipping all over the place. And I just can't get purchase in the snow, and unfortunately where I've put the greenhouses there's no road. Okay, I'm gonna have to rethink this. Let's back up. We'll head back up on the road. We'll head up to the hotel, which is on the summit, and then we can just swing around the top there. I have to say the sun is out. It's finally stopped snowing and it is absolutely glorious. Look at that. Beautiful. So that's filling that one up, and then I'll do the other one, and then I'll see you down at the shop. That's just finished filling. Fantastic. I can get this up and just fill up that second greenhouse. Is that my phone ringing? Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Hey, fella. It's me. It's Dusty.
Oh, alright, Dusty. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. Listen, you gotta meet me down by the store.
Well, actually, I was just about to head down there anyway. What's your problem? You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing real good. And trust me, YouTube guy, you're definitely gonna wanna see this.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm just going to finish watering the crops in the greenhouse and I'll head straight down.
Okay, I can't wait to show you what I found.
Well, that is very interesting. I have no idea what that's going to be, but let's get this up to the greenhouse and get down to that shop as soon as possible. I'm interested, and I'm sure you are too. A quick check of the prices. Tomatoes are slowly creeping up, $15.79. We started at $15.02. So we'll just keep hold of these, I think, to the very last knockings of the day, just to absolutely maximise our profit on the tomatoes. Right, well, we're at the shop. Dusty's truck is there. I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Hey, YouTube guy. Over here. In the archway.
In the what? Archway? Oh, through there. Okay. Let's go and have a look. Ah, here's Dusty. Fantastic.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, Dusty. What's going on? What is it you want to show me so badly?
You see those crates straight ahead?
Yeah, I can see a box with red corners and what looks like, yeah, cardboard boxes on crates.
I found us some cheese. Remember that gold cheese I was talking about? There's a piece right over there. All you's gotta do is go pick it up.
I must admit, Dusty, I can't see anything from where I am now. Okay, let me go and have a look. I honestly haven't got a clue what he's talking about. Cheese. Wow. There is actually a piece of cheese up there. Well, it looks fairly cheesy to me. If it's made of gold, then great. Can I pick it up? Let's hop up on the box instead. Ah, £1,000! Well, no wonder Dusty was so interested in finding cheese. I thought it was just a whole load of bunkum. I don't know, I just thought it was a drunken conversation he had one night in the bar. Right, I don't know how I feel about this, ladies and gentlemen. This doesn't feel right, you know? I think you're going to have to let me know what you feel about this. You're going to have to leave your comments below and tell me how you feel. Is this cheating? It feels like it's cheating. But Dusty, bless him, is so happy. In fact, he's going to be over the moon when I tell him we've got 10 grand for that. Dusty!
Did you get it?
Oh yes, I got it. He didn't tell me how valuable they were.
The guy in the bar, he told me I'd get a good 5 to 6 grand for each piece of cheese.
5 or 6 grand. Dusty, mate, we just got 10 grand for that. $10,000 bucks.
No way. You're pulling my leg.
No, I'm not. £10,000. We are quids in. I don't know how I feel about this though. This just doesn't feel right.
Who cares how we make the money, as long as we make the money.
I've just been having a bit of a think about my current situation, or should I say Dusty's current situation. We currently have $16,603 bucks. We've got a little bit of room for manoeuvre. Now, I've done no end of complaining, and so has Dusty, particularly in this snow, about the tractor that we've got there. It hasn't really got the grunt to operate under these conditions. And equally, I mean, Dusty must be absolutely freezing his bits off sitting in a cabless tractor. I love it. It's been fantastic. But if there's any way we could chop this in, as well as this large Flegel trailer, which we purchased hopefully to help us with our grass collection of bales, but it's too big and it hasn't really proven to be useful. I'd love to swap that for a proper low loader with a tailgate that we can drop and hopefully get vehicles on the back. I'm thinking I sell these and see what's available. Right. We're looking at owned items. If I go into small tractors, we could sell that for 13,900. So call it 14,000. That will put us on a tidy 30 grand. So that'd be 30 grand in the bank. If we were also to sell this bale loader, the DPW 180, we'd get another 10. So if I can keep track of my own maths, that puts us on around 40,000. So for 40,000, let's have a look at the discount shop. We have an auger wagon, which is of no use to us. We have a lovely Landini. What's that? That's a classic. That is a beaut. I do like a classic tractor. And do you know what? That's fairly... For 18 and a half, it's faster, which is the key thing. 170 horsepower. Let's look at what options. We've got lots of tyre options. Oh, this is interesting. Wheel setup, we've got wides, narrow, twin rear. This could be a really good purchase as an upgrade for the tractor, because if we need to make changes to the tyres later on, we can do. We could have a front loader if we needed it. There's already a 3-point hitch there. I don't think there's PTO there though. And we could go up to 190 horsepower if we needed to. This is what we want, ladies and gentlemen. The Landini 17 or 19,500. No, the 17,500. Bearing in mind that we've also got this. Again, perfect. Do we need sides? We could go for wide if we needed it. I don't think we need it. We haven't got a combine or anything to stick on. So let's just work this out. 18, 9,000. Oh, we could easily afford that. Right, let's do it. Okay, we can repair this for £58. The current value is 11,800. Yeah, well, negligible increase. Repaint for 1144. So we would expect that to go up. Right, I think we're ready to sell. So we've repaired that and we've repainted it. So yeah, we can sell this for now 15,400. I actually think we've made money on that just by repairing it. Well, 6105, you have been a real good friend. So, but I think it's time to say goodbye. I think I will repair you and I will give you a bit of a spray. We'll have one last look and then we will be saying farewell. The paint condition is non-existent, so if we add another 6 grand on that, will the value go up to 21? Let's hope so. Yes, it has, and a little bit more. Fantastic. So it's definitely always worth repairing and repainting before you sell. Let's go and have one last look at the old girl. She goes full with 22 litres of diesel. I think that's a bargain. So we're going to sell her for 22,875. And there we go. We've got 44,000 in the bank. Let's go shopping. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have upgraded our tractor. Oh, I'm so happy. Dusty's going to be over the moon. And you'll notice by the number on the bonnet there, 19,500. Yes, I went for the higher horsepower, 190 horsepower. We had cash to burn. It was only an additional 1,000, so I thought it would be worth it. We are finally going to be moving along at a rate of knots. What a beautiful classic machine. Very good. And we also picked up at, again, bargain prices, 60% off this trailer. So we now just need to haul up our various foodstuffs back to our livestock, and I think that will be absolutely job done. Very happy. Lots of stuff happening today. We're all loaded. We've got our chicken feed, our pig feed. Our balance is down to 4,710. So yes, we have spent a lot of money today. But then again, the sale of Dusty's grandfather's old farm was definitely worth it. And I think this is really going to set us up in good stead. So that's, as I said before, great advice. I think we're going to get Dusty down here and let him jump in his new tractor, complete with air conditioning, and let him drive that back. So, Dusty, my old friend, what do you think about your new Landini tractor?
It's a thing of real beauty. I'm over the moon. I loved that old wagon, but man, I was getting so cold sat in that cab.
Well, you say cab, Dusty, it didn't really have one. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And I see you also picked up a new trailer. Man, what a great day it's been today. I feel like my life's finally taking a turn for the better, and it's all down to you, YouTube guy.
And here we are, Dusty is back, and I have to say, it looks like the snow is slowly starting to thaw. There's certainly less snow on the roofs of both the sheep pen and Dusty's garage. It's 3 o'clock on the farm now. We've got all the feed in for all the animals that we need. The chickens are happy. They've got plenty of chicken feed. The sheep have as much hay as they could ever need, so they are happy. The pigs, on the other hand, do need more, but they've got enough food to get them going. So if we have a quick look at the state of animals on the farm, chickens, they've got plenty of food. The sheep have plenty of food. They've got hay. But the pigs, yes, they have pig feed, but we need more of it. It's quite expensive. So for now, I'm going to keep the money in the bank, just keep on top of this and just see what happens. The last thing to do is just check if there are any more tomatoes, but there's not, and we can go and get these sold. Tomatoes are currently selling at the supermarket for $15.62, and I think that's the best we're going to see at this stage. So we'll take that down there and get that sold for a little bit of revenue. Well, here we are at the supermarket. We'll just unstrap this lot. There we go. And we'll head over to the dropping off point. Not the easiest trailer to reverse this, I must admit. Let's just see if I can get close enough without having to unload everything. There we go. And our money is racking up. I think we'll go and buy a bit more pig feed to make sure those pigs are yielding as most as they can. And we can also pick up our cultivator on the way back to the farm. So guesses, people, what do we think this is going to come in at? I think we're started around 4.5. 4.5. Pretty good. The snow is definitely starting to melt now. It's quite obvious around the tarmacked areas. Right, let's pick up 4 more bags of pig feed. Right, let's just lower the back. Let's move the trailer forward, unhitch the trailer. Then we'll pick up the cultivator, dump that on the back, and head to the farm. And this is the primary reason it's very good to have this sort of trailer that you can load up like this and just haul things around. Fantastic. Dropped that a bit hard, I must admit. I should have lowered it, but all good. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. The sun has melted all the snow. All that's left now is what's on top of the snow-capped mountains in the background. How lush everything now looks. Let's have a quick look at the time. Let's bring up the interface. February, almost 4 p.m. I almost feel like spring is on its way. Thank you very much for joining me here today, ladies and gentlemen. I still love creating this content, and Dusty is really starting to chug along now. As I said in opening, if you like the content, please give the video a like and subscribe below. Leave your comments below if you have anything to say to Dusty, or perhaps an idea of something he might do next. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, go ahead and click the link on the screen now, and I'll see you soon.